So, if you're trying to figure out what's going to happen this weekend in the Final Four and the national championship game, it's wise to look at history because history can tell us a lot about what's about to happen. Florida was a team that was a major long shot to win it all before the season started. Now, over the last 20 years, there's only been 9 teams that before the season were 30-1 or longer and then ended up getting a 1 seed in the tournament. Florida's the 10th team, but the previous 9, none of them have won a national championship. Another thing that you're going to hear a lot of this week is the fact that they're in a rematch against Auburn, because remember, it's two SEC teams. They played once during the season, and Florida won the game as a big dog on the road. And the rematch angle can be valid sometimes, but in this case, there's only been 11 teams ever that have rematched in the Final Four. The team that won the previous game is 7-4 against the spread, so just keep that in mind. Here are the current odds for each team as we enter the Final Four. Over the last 20 years, the team with the worst odds has only won the national championship one time out of the last 20 years. That was 2014 UConn. This year, it would be 2025 Auburn. Houston finds themselves in a very rare scenario as an underdog going into the Final Four. And since 2020, they've only been underdogs in 6 total games. They're 5-1 against the spread in those games, but it's also worth noting that these two teams played each other in last year's NCAA tournament. Duke was about a 4 or 5 point dog, so basically the script was flipped, and Jon Scheyer pulled off the outright upset and knocked Houston out of the tournament with a much weaker team than he has now. Speaking of Duke, they're favored to win the whole thing entering into the Final Four. They're only the 17th team ever to enter the Final Four favored, the odds-on favorite. 13 of those teams won in the Final Four and made it to the national championship game. By the way, I get all of these trends from the Action app, which is the same place where I track all of my free plays. I have an NBA free play posted for tonight on there right now. You can grab it and follow me with this button in my profile. Let's get it.